In this video, I'm going to show you how to build your own ticket system using AI and automation. What we would do is if you ever find yourself in a position where you're overloaded with a lot of tickets coming into your business or whatever it is that you do, and you find it hard to respond to them and also finding time to basically determine whether the customer is happy or not, we're going to build a system that will be able to integrate with our website, our web form, and be able to give us data and information. Now, I'm going to go over what we will be building in this project, and you can see what we will achieve. So we'll be building an AI-powered support desk system. And basically, what are we trying to do is the problem we're trying to solve is basically trying to solve flooded inboxes, buried urgent tickets, and manual triage. And our solution to this would be basically to create an instant analysis when the user come to report a problem, and we want to determine their sentiment, how they're feeling, and we want real-time alerts, wherein the system is going to alert us through Slack to be able to let us know, hey, something is happening in our system. We will be using a couple of stuff here. We build this project with Next.js and React. Don't worry, we're not going to code this manually. We're going to do it with AI. We will use make.com for our backend. In make.com, we will have OpenAI. We will use Google Sheets for our database and Slack for our messages. You can use Discord if you want, but we will be using Slack in this stuff. So what is going to happen here is what happened is when the user comes and submit a form, we will receive a trigger action, and then our automation will analyze the user input, and it will send us an alert, and we will archive that information into a Google Sheet. And we will go over some prompt engineering stuff here. You will have all of the prompts and everything we're going to use in this lecture. And by the end of this short course, you will be able to learn how to integrate webhooks into your website, prompt engineering, learn API integration, and UI management. And after you have built this project, I will show you also other ways that you can improve on this. So let's get to work. In order for us to build this project, we are going to use two main tools. We will use Firebase, which is a Google previously known as Project IDX, but very advanced AI builder. We are going to use that to build our form. And then we will use make.com for our backend to be able to automate the data. So let's go to building. If you don't have an account with Firebase Studio, you can go ahead and create an account with them. I will make a video showing you how to do that next time. However, we will go to studio.firebase.com and we are going to create a form. Now I will have the prompt that we are going to use in this lecture. I will have it posted on a document in a link that you can just copy and paste into what we will be doing. So you can go ahead, once you're in Firebase Studio, you can go ahead and just copy and paste the prompt. Now your result might be different from mine. So the design that might come up might be different from my own design. However, we should have the same layout and everything on there. So we are going to be as you can see here, we're using just a simple contact page that it's going to build a two-grid column. On the left side, we have the details. On the right side, we have the form. And then our form is going to post later on to our webhook in make.com and basically telling what. So we're going to do prototype this AI application and just sit back, and we are going to wait for this to go ahead and give us a blueprint. So basically it's telling us this is what we're going to build. It gives us all of the features that will be in here, the color and everything, and the UI. And then we're going to say prototype this app. This will take a while, so grab a coffee and enjoy the time. And once this is done, we will proceed to building our automation. Okay, looks like our app has been built and we can see everything in here is working great. Now we will come back to this later because we want to be able to capture the data that's going to be coming from this form. So as you can see, we have our files and everything in here. I will show you later on how we will integrate this application. Now for part 2, we need to create our automation. For this part, we are going to use make.com. You're going to go to your make.com account, click create a scenario. And we want to do a few things. The first thing we want to be able to post data to make.com. So we want to be able to collect the form data that we have coming here and send it to make.com. So for that, you're going to need a webhook. And what kind of webhook do we want? We want a custom webhook. For this one, once we have that, we're going to choose, you don't need to choose here, but what we will do is we want to create a new webhook, and we're going to call this support ticket 1. form data. We don't need any authentication or anything here. So we're going to save that, and we are going to copy this clipboard address. And next thing, we're going to go back to our application. Now, there are two things. Whenever you build an application with Next.js, you're going to see an actions .ts, like TypeScript file, that wherein you will have a lot of your API calls. Or you can simply go to the form itself, which is the support form right here. And we are going to look for where it tells us to basically import or insert our webhook. So this is where it's telling us to do it, but we cannot do it from here. In order for us to be able to edit this file, we need to be in the code editor. So to do that, we want to go up here to switch to code mode. And this will open up a browser-based code editor wherein you can edit your own code. And this is pretty cool because if you are an advanced developer, you can come in here and make some pretty good changes that you want. So we want a file that's going to be in our app, not the app, but our components. Let me see. Contact details, support form, and we're looking for our support form. Yep. So this is where we want to go ahead and paste. We want to go ahead and paste that link in here. So we are going to delete that, and we want to paste that link from make.com. That's where we want to paste it, and just Control S if you're on a Mac or Windows, or save, or whatever you do on Windows. I don't even know about Windows anymore. But so this is where our data is going to be sent. So once we have that, we want to go back to our basic screen here, and as you can see, make.com is still waiting for data. This is very important. You want to do this part before proceeding with the next modules. So we want to basically fill out this form and have make.com receive that data. So fill out that form here. Category, billing, medium. I am not able to access my billing admin. I need it for a job, application. I'm going to set this as high, and we're going to try to send a message. Voila, it says our success ticket received. Now, how do we know if we received that? You can see here, it says successfully determined. Right away, our data has been sent to make.com. Now, this is the fun part, because once we get that data, remember what we want to do is in our workflow, we have here that data comes in here, and then we want to analyze the AI response. So how are we going to do that? We need a second module that's going to take that information and analyze it. And in order for us to do that, we need an AI model. This is where OpenAI comes in. However, what we're going to use here is OpenRouter. We're going to use OpenRouter, and we're going to use create a chat completion. So with this module, what we want to do is we want to be able to analyze this particular result that's coming. So basically what we want is we're going to pass a message item, and the content here is we say here, and you will have access to all of these prompts. You are a helpful support assistant. Analyze the following customer message. Okay, so we're going to go here, the message, return the JSON object with two fields, sentiment, angry, neutral, happy, and a summary, a one sentence issue, right? So we will go ahead and map all of this data here. So the name and email and all of that, we want to map it. And the role here, it really doesn't matter, but you can choose assistant or user. I will choose assistant. And the model we want to use here is we want to use for messages and everything like that. I'm going to use Anthropic Claude for this one. And by the way, you can create an OpenRouter account and add credits to it. I have an OpenRouter account. The link will be in the description of the video. Keep enable fallback on and hit save. So we have this data that has come in, and the next thing we want to do is once we have this data, we want to send a Slack notification. Want to send a Slack alert to the team, letting them know, hey, we have an issue here. We want to do something, blah, blah, blah. There is something wrong here. So we're going to go ahead and look for Slack. And I'm gonna go for Slack. And what we want here is to send a message. And I already have a Slack domain here. Let's select from list. We want to send it to our public channel. And website forms. And the text we're going to have here is going to be content. Before we do this, we need a module between the Slack and the OpenRouter. And in order for us to do that, we need this OpenRouter module, not OpenRouter. We need, sorry, we need to add an OpenAI structured text data, transform text structured data. What this module does is it's going to pull out. So what we want to do here, just choose any module. I would choose the, let's see, coding and agentic. I'll just choose for mini. And the text we want to parse here is going to be this message content. And then what do we want to do? We want to extract the name, the name of the user, and the, I want to extract the name, the sentiment, and the summary from the previous model. Okay, so before we do this, we want to say you're an extractor. Role is to extract the name of the user, and then we want to do a structured data definition. So we would say name, username, be the name of the user. The data will be text. Example will be John. When it's required, another data definition is going to be the sentiment. We will say customer. Let's see, customer underscore sentiment. How the is feeling. Data type is going to be text. An example is RNGRY. When this required, the third data definition is going to be summary. Message summary. This is the summary of the from the user, and data value is going to be text. Example, user wants their billion, wants access. CATM. All right, we also want this to be required. All right, so we have all of these data definitions, and what we're going to do is we're now going to take all of that and we're going to pass it into the Slack. We have to delete this first and add it again. Slack sent message. The reason I had to add the structured data in between here is because if you don't, you won't be able, you were just going to get a bunch of JSON text. So you have to break this down. And in order to have this one, you need access to OpenAI API. So we're going to select from the list, from the public channel, and we're going to do website forms for detailed information about the text formatting. See Slack. So we're going to say, you just got a support ticket from a client, and then we want the username, customer liability, and a message. We're going to go in between these here, and all right, and yeah, save that, and let's save this. Okay, so we're going to run this and see if it worked. Before we go there, let me see if I can access my Slack here. Get strokes, sign in. Sign in with my email. Right, so that message, view this. View messages and files over 90 days. Messages and so on. So that message should come in this area here if we are successful. So I went ahead and saved this, and we're going to save and run this once. So it's waiting for us to fill that form. So we're going to go ahead and do that again. Billing, hi, I am not able to access my billing statement. I need it DLY for a job application. So we're going to go ahead and set billing low. What are doing? We'll do this. Send message. Okay. I don't know what's going on. All right, send message, and all right, success. All right. Hey, it looks like it worked. So let's see in our Slack channel, did we get it? Yes. You just got a support ticket from Benedict. The sentiment is neutral. Customer Benedict Genesis is unable to access their billing statements and needs them urgently for a job application. So there you have it, people. This is how you go ahead and create your own ticketing system. And if you want to take this further, what you can do is expand on this and do what? You can do auto reply. So basically send an email back to the user telling them that you receive that. You can do a voice support transcription, and you can do a CRM integration like whatever CRM they have, their HubSpot, MailChimp, or whatever else you want. So you can go ahead and expand on this project. So that's it, my friend. This is how you create your own ticketing system, integrate your webhooks from Make.com into your own website, and create an automatic response so that you are able to basically stop with the flooded inboxes, buried urgent tickets, and manual triage. If you like the video, go ahead and subscribe and watch and keep the notification on so that you can receive every new videos that will be coming up. And I have a very good news coming up shortly. We will soon be creating, I will soon be creating I am in the process of basically bringing together a community where I will be able to teach you how to build full stack applications. It will be an entire course. If you are interested, leave a like and a comment here, and I will see you in the next video.